Hello, everybody. What's going on, people? What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, how you doing, Selena? Selena, what's going on with you? You know, they thought they had it come up on us. All the rhetoric that many of you have been dealing with over the past year or so, those same people, they thought they had to come up on your name. They tried to make you look like something you ain't. And now that you have stepped your numbers up, stepped your currency up, and you have moved on from these people, they want to bring you right back in with them. They want to have that old relation with you because now that it's getting warm and you're connecting with like-minded folks, that your life could change and people's lives that you really rock with could change also. They have an issue with that. And so what they're trying to do is get you discouraged because they've been discouraged their whole life. They blame you for the decisions they made when you yourself hold yourself accountable for your own actions. And the reason why people hold on to what you used to do is because they're not doing it for themselves. They're not doing it for themselves. And see, when you don't comply to them, they want to call you slow. They want to call you all types of things, or what you ladies go through. They say a lot of things about you ladies. And us men, we go through it too. So my suggestion is to make them more pissed is when we connect with each other. And the more they see us connect with each other and we're doing what we're supposed to do, and we're not making excuses. Notice what I said. We're not making excuses. That's when they all try to form. They'll go places they normally won't go to try to make sure people don't get to know you for who you are, in person especially. And I'm glad that the Lord has separated us from these individuals, these entities, these deities, these low vibrational folks who cannot be in a room with important people. They don't have the common skills. They don't have what it takes to be in position to make changes in the area they at, the environment they come from, or the place they move into. And the reason why a lot of people have an issue with Rollo and many others is because we don't make excuses. We know how to maneuver in society the correct way. And the people that make decision is because the Most High tells them to make the decision. And once you learn that, your life will be much better. And ladies, the men have became a problem because they don't want to be a man. They want to be evil. And they want you to be evil. And then they blame you for the evilness that's going on in this world. Yet they the ones who's carrying the evil seed. You get what I'm saying? And they bring it into you to create these shenanigans that we see on the earth today. And that's why they don't want to see a powerful couple, powerful marriage, powerful children, powerful currency, because they cannot have it. It only belongs to those who is moving right. And the only reason why that the evil get the same thing we get is because the Most High said it. They get their riches of hell. We get our riches of glory. It is what it is. And see, when they see us get together, they don't like that. They don't like seeing grown adults having a great time in real time. And they think that you don't deserve to be together with someone who you might be compatible with or be cool with compatibility wise. And then anything can happen from there on. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that. People are intimidated by y'all. They're intimidated by the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. And you should be very happy that the Most High have put you in that situation to be around great people. Because a lot of people don't deserve to have your time, your energy, your phone number, your social media, behind the scenes. And see, I'm very strict of what I do. I'm very strict, and I have to be strict because people don't want to see me have anything. They want to get their part and see you still stuck. And I know a lot of you ladies dealing with the women's side. A lot of men have to pay attention to this too because you have men out here that want to see you stuck. Because the last thing they want to see is you get nice things that you work hard for. I was great to see Brainwaves got another whip within a month. You know what I'm saying? It's great to see Ringo getting things done for his family and his household. Brainwaves too. You know, and Mr. Rufus, who I will have on tomorrow, and Ella Carrasco. Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. You know, Selena has been doing the work. She's been putting in, you know, having a lot of ladies and guys, you know, have the conversation, just having a conversation. She's doing her thing. And ever since we went live together, you know, it has been a great thing because that was needed. That was definitely needed to have a man and a woman in real time to show you that we can have a good time and it don't have to be no drama. Even if we don't agree on a lot of things, the message stands from the Lord's perspective, not our perspective. And what you're gonna start seeing more of that. You know what I'm saying? And so when we do get together again, it's gonna even be greater than the first time. It's gonna be greater than the first time. You know what I'm saying? And we was around very important people. And some people I met besides meeting them in Life with the Jones family. I met some very important people in Dallas and Oklahoma. Why? Because they see I have what it takes. I don't talk about everything on the internet because a lot of people ain't ready for that. So they assume that I'm slow. They assume that I don't complete my sentences. Well, let's ask the educated people that I meet, the Selena, or like with the Jones family, or anybody that knows me personally, that had conversations with me behind the scenes. They'll tell you, nah, what you're saying is not true. Because I'll be pointing out things to them just as much they point out things to me. And they're like, you know what, Dad, I didn't even thought about that. They'll look into it and then they start getting things happening for them, meeting people. You know what I'm saying? So to sit here and say that, I laugh at your pity because you're ashamed of who you are. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I have not ever been ashamed, whether I was on the heavy side or whether I was on the light side. I was not ashamed who I was. I just had to make adjustments to get right and get fed correctly. And that's what I've been doing ever since I've been back in the South. And you know what's crazy? Selena could vouch for it. It was some things I told Selena about or talk about certain things in Dallas that most people who stay in Dallas probably didn't know about it or did know about it and then look into it. That's doing my homework, doing research. And I realized a lot of women respect that. They like, Dad, you only been here a few days, you know where to go? Do you know how powerful that is to do your homework, do your research? Let me teach you guys something. Let me teach you guys something. When you going to meet somebody for the first time, you want to make sure that you do your homework when you come to their hometown. What that shows them is that they're like, Dad, he's coming to the hometown and he's going to spots that I didn't even think he knew about. And so for him to know about that, that he got good taste. I got great taste. And when I invite people to Florida, they'll tell you, they're like, Dad, you know the spot. Yeah, because I'm gonna make sure you have the time of your night. And it's like what Brainwave stated. I'm gonna be at a spot that y'all gonna be like, whoa, because I did my homework, I did my research. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. When I go to these states and these cities, I know exactly where to go. And that lets the people that from there know that I'm a real travel man. I'm a well traveled man. Whether it be local traveling, outside traveling, the country, or in the country. It is what it is. You got Keystone, aka Justin, in the building. He'll tell you. I showed Keystone a spot in Williamsburg, right? I come from Greenpoint, Williamsburg. I showed Keystone a spot, and he was like, Dad, yo, this is off the chain. The guy had so much good fun. He's seen women. He's seen how other people move in the area. And then they invited me to a spot in Pennsylvania, him, Green Machine, and Naima back in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around there, 2020, 2021. Yeah, about 2021. I would say 2021. And so you got to remember that when I go places, people know they have to make sure the spot is on point, or I make sure the spot is on point so that everybody can have a good time. I don't choose places that it don't add up to my expertise. And when I see people ain't ready, I don't invite them to those places. I got to see that you're ready. Because once you go there, the people that's watching is going to know exactly what type of person I am. They're just trying to see what type of person you are. And once they see that you are the real deal, doors will open up for you. I don't have to be there. I don't have to babysit. I already know what's going on. And so what's happening is a lot of these men content creators that be talking about me, they don't realize I put them on to income. And the reason why they upset with me is because they can't get no income from me no more. All the connections of the income people I deal with ain't supporting them no more. And that's exactly what's going on. And so people are starting to look into who I deal with. That's who they support. Why? Because they see me support. They see it's legitimate on their part. That's when they make the decision to support. I bring in the revenue. And a lot of these content creators ain't getting the revenue like they used to because I said they're not going to get the revenue like they used to. So they're going down, down, down. They're falling from grace off the internet and also in real time. So you don't really have to do too much to them because they're telling on themselves. And see, when you put yourself around the right people, your life is going to be great. And you're going to have a bunch of haters mad because they can't get in. And they're not supposed to get in. It is what it is. They can say whatever they want about you. As long as you sleeping well, as long as you taking care of your responsibility as a man, as a woman, they can't stop what belongs to you. So I want y'all to keep pushing, keep winning, run those numbers up. Their time is up. Our time is going. Their time is up. Our time is going. You get what I'm saying? And so I thank Brainwaves, as always, for making the connections that he made possible. Because look what happened. He introduced me to Selena. Started watching her, see what she about. Came on her platform. She came on my platform. We have supported each other, you know what I'm saying? And then we linked up with the Life with the Jones family. I linked up with other people behind the scenes, and all of a sudden, look what's been going on. Everybody's seeing a change, in our content. And then, of course, we're going to call out these entities when it's necessary. At the same time, we talk about other stuff. And it brings in a conversation that they can't have with their own audience because their own audience is not on the level that our audience is on. You know what I'm saying? Ringo's audience, Brainwave's audience, my audience, it consists of, we know each other for the most part. I'm talking about online. And then Selena, she got her crew, and, others got their crew. Trending with Sharice. And so you have men and women who have a platform speaking on various things. And you want to be around people that love to have fun. So I'm glad that Selina's making her connects, doing what she loves to do. She know how to get around, and I'm looking forward to going back to Dallas, have another great time with them again, and other people in the near future. And all I can tell you is that it's that time. It's that time, y'all. And so some of you will get the memo down the road before the year's over with. You will be invited to my biggest B day ever, the yacht party in Miami. And the reason why I bring it up early is because I want people, to get prepared to have what is going to be one of the greatest B days of all time for me, and to have a lot of important people for all of us to connect and get great things going, going into 2026. Because right now, we in the middle of 2025. And a lot of you have been rejuvenated because of the weather. And it gives you an opportunity to get some clarity. You get what I'm saying? And so, connect with people, start making money together, come up with ideas. That's why I was like saying to Selena, get her practice on. She did good, what I'm saying, with the skit. It was just, we was pressing buttons. We were just having so much fun. Because skits could be very educational. And you're going to see that with me and Brainwaves and other people. They show up. And you're going to see a very interesting pre-recorded video, what I'm saying, when I link up with them. And so when I get back to Texas, that's exactly what we're going to do, amongst other things, amongst other important stuff. I know she said she's going to reach out to me. Selena said she's going to reach out to me in the chat. I saw that message. I did not ignore it, Selena, because I'm in the zone. So yeah, you can reach out to me later on today, because I'm going to go see the Knicks and Pistons. I'm going to go out for a little bit, because I know where I'm going to go is going to be people watching the game. And so I'm going to make some connections with some Floridians. You know what I'm saying? Get me something to grub on, get me a drink, watch the game, talk my ish. We're going to talk, the Knicks and Pistons. Now, tomorrow is Orlando and the Celtics. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on down here today. You still got some New Yorkers down here, too. So, I expect it to be crowded. And I think the game starts at 6 o'clock. Yeah, the game starts at 6 o'clock. So, I got to get situated. Well, I don't have to watch the first quarter. I could watch the second quarter, third, and fourth quarter. I don't have to be there early. Because knowing how this is going to go, it's going to get more important in the second, third, and fourth quarter. I want to catch it when it gets really, really intense. So I know many of you watching the game, or you may be at the baseball game, or you watching the NBA playoffs. Everybody's out and about because it is Saturday. People are cooking out and stuff like that. Going to the beach if you got the warm weather, or you're going out just hanging out. It is what it is. So let's see what the temperature is looking like right now. Let me see something on my phone. The weather is saying it's about, it feels like 90 degrees today in Orlando. Okay, let me see something. Let's go to Dallas. Dallas weather. Dallas is 79. That's not bad. 79 degrees. Supposed to rain. It's raining over there, Selena. Y'all must be getting some rain, because it says about 50% rain today. Tomorrow, 55, 65% rain. Yeah, y'all raining. Y'all got your rain season going on right now this week. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is 81 degrees. Okay, that's what's up. Philadelphia, 81 degrees today. So y'all got some nice temperatures this week. Pretty moderate. Okay. Let me see what crazy New York weather looking like. Let me see something here. New York is 81 today. Today is warm. It's going to be in the 50s tonight. Then it's going to be in the 70s, 60s. Okay. Let me check out Chicago real quick. Chicago. Chicago's in the 50s right now. That's crazy. Chicago's is in the 50s. Let's see what Minnesota looking like. They're still like in winter weather. Minnesota is in the 30s. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yo, Minnesota is in the 50s and the 30s. You can't pay me to live in no Minnesota. That's crazy. It's not even, I haven't reached 70 degrees yet. Jeez. Let me see what Detroit looking like. Detroit is about 72 today. It's still in the 40s. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, what's up, Martin Show? What's up, man? What's going on? What's happening? So yeah, like I said, let me show y'all. Let me do this real quick. Let me see if I show y'all what's going on. 1 second. Now, I'm gonna let y'all listen to what. You know what? I'll do that for pre-recorded video. Yeah, I think I have to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that more for pre-recorded video. Once just let me see if I can find something I'm looking for. Da da da. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. Oh. Okay, so how many of you know about the situation of this lady who cheated on her husband and he unalived her? This is crazy, man. It says cheating wife shoots husband 6 times. He survives, get out of the hospital, and unalive her. Yo, this is nasty work, man. This is nasty work, man. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. So I can't play. I got to get the right clip to see. I don't want to listen to a YouTuber talking about it. Once I find the right clip, then I'll talk about it. Let me see. Let me see. Anything I need to find. Let's see. Yeah. So all I could tell y'all, because I'm trying to find something that's connected to this conversation, and I can't find it. All I could tell you is whoever you decide to deal with, make sure they're not opportunists. Just make sure, as a man and as a woman, as Selena was talking about it, make sure that the people you get around is not opportunists. Because what's going to end up happening is these opportunist people, they try to get their fangs on you, if it makes sense. And if they can't get their fangs on you, they're going to try to make sure nobody have a conversation with you. How many of you been through that? How many of you been through that? Like when they realize you know who they are, they gather up everybody to gang up on you because they saw, oh, we can't have, see, this is what I'm saying. You can't be saying certain things in my chat. Hold on, I just caught that now. Hold on. You can't say certain words in my chat. Now I got to go to let me go to my live thing real quick because I got to catch that. I can't have that in my chat. If you don't know how to be on point, then okay, it's not in my chat. Okay. Let me make sure it's not in my chat because I do not need no issues with YouTube. Yeah, no, you can't say that. You can't say that in my chat, dude. Like, seriously, that's got to be removed. Okay, I removed that comment. I don't agree with that comment, and that's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, don't say that word again. You know who I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. I have to remove that comment. I cannot have that comment in my chat. How you doing, Marilyn? So what I'm saying is that they'll try to make it difficult for you. When you found out who they are, they'll get everybody to lie and slander because they're trying to come up off what you're supposed to get. And every time you go to your next step, they get everybody start gathering, slandering you all over social media. That should let you know you're about to get into something big. When that happens, you, not them, you about to get into something big. Because there's a lot of warlocks and there's a lot of witches that's on this internet. And they try to blend into your chat too. So once you see it and you already know, remove them, boot them out, and keep it moving. So that's pretty much about it. You know, y'all have a joyous, great day. Thank you for Selena for passing by, and Marilyn for passing by, and Justin for passing by. Just don't say certain things, Justin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow certain things in my chat. It is what it is. So to everybody else that was viewing in the clouds, tomorrow I will have on Pastor Rufus. I'm going to set up the thing before I get on out of here and go enjoy watching the game and connect with some folks, you know, that's going to be there. Just have a good time. You got to connect. I mean, obviously, it's going to be people there. We're going to be talking about the game and, you know, the Knicks going to beat the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks destroy the Detroit Pistons. I got money on the Knicks. I got my decent sized parlay ticket. It hits. That's good. I could go for the big juggler again. So it is what it is. You know, tomorrow at 6 p.m., everybody make sure you hit the like button. Let's get a lot of lights up. We're going to have Pastor Rufus on tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Mountain Time, 3 o'clock West Coast Time. So if anything, I'll be doing some pre-recorded videos, you know, from here on out, do something for the members only. And y'all will see me live tomorrow at 6. So that's about it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Let me see if anybody supported the Cash App before I get on out of here. Let me check the Cash App real quick. I did get an alert. Maybe it's a message. Yeah, it's a message. It's not a. Let me see if there's a cash up, anything going on. No. It looks like it's a message. Yeah, it's a message. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you for viewing. I'm out. Peace.